Yay! Look at this one. So, we're on our way, and I'm glad I left early because I knew that we would be going. I knew where I had to go was at, like, way out on the other side of town. So we left, like, super early, and now I'm hitting traffic, which is probably rush hour traffic, looking at the time. But he has a sleep study this evening, so I get to go and sleep on something very uncomfortable for the evening while he gets to sleep in a bed. I don't think they'll let me sleep in bed with you. Yeah, he's got to have his sleep study done. They said the orthodontist, like the first time you seen him, and I was going over his medical history, he looked at me and he said, has he ever had a sleep study done? And I said, no. He said, well, usually when a child has allergies like this, a narrow palate like this, they normally have obstructive sleep apnea. And then he asked me if he snored, because he knew he grinded. He said, does he snore? And I said, yes, he snores. He said, yeah, he's probably got obstructive sleep apnea. Well, then we went to the allergist one day for an emergency appointment, and it was over a cough. And then allergist, we seen the emergency doctor for that day, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna check his ears. His eardrums were not returning a vibration like it should. So yeah, it all led to this. So we'll be checking in with you guys throughout the night and tomorrow, and then make a video about this, share this experience with you guys. So we're here. We got here an hour early, and now it is 7:59. We were supposed to be here at 7. We're currently in our room. These are our accommodations for the evening. The one thing pulls down to a bed, but they don't have him set up to go to bed yet. And he's getting aggravated because he's tired. Oh, you flossing them teeth, boy? Go in that bathroom and do that. And brush your teeth. I don't know how I'm going to sleep. See this? This is what I'm told I get to sleep on.
I fold up.
Somehow it's supposed to fold out, I guess. I don't know. That big thing. Let's see if I can figure it out. Let's see. That thing pulls out, and that's like a Murphy bed. So that's where he'll be sleeping. There's a camera up there. If they don't do something about that part of what he's supposed to sleep on, I'm probably gonna climb in bed with him. This is okay. So it is 6:17. We got out of there about 5:45. I had a hard time sleeping on my hard couchy beddy thing that they put me on. They had some issues last night with one, the infrared light stopped working in his room, so they had to crack open the bathroom, which has a little bit of a nightlight, so they could see him on camera, which sucked because I was enjoying like the complete darkness. And then the thing that they put under his nose, that goes under his nose and over his mouth to kind of measure where he breathes from, somehow it got off track or twisted or something, because he was setting off silent alarms, and I was like halfway asleep and I noticed the thing flashing, and I got up and went over there and looked, and it was something to do with his breathing. Went from like 45 to 14, and the guy came in there and adjusted it. I guess he thought I was asleep, but he came back in there like 3 or 4 times over just stuff, and Aiden was all over that bed. I looked at one point and his feet were hanging off. his little kitty cat, like, round pillow that he has, was knocked off on the floor. He was sleeping with it, but we're out and he's here and awake.
I bet I can sleep.
Yeah. And if you see two little circle spots on his face, that's where they had some stuff attached to tape the tubing to his nose that looks like a oxygen thing, but it has two pieces that goes in the nose and then one that points towards your mouth to measure where you're breathing from. And I learned some things last night about sleep apnea that a lot of people don't know, or at least I know I didn't, and I was told that it isn't common knowledge to know. And with what I found out, it's a really good idea for me to write a blog, include some of the links, and share it, because a lot of things I didn't realize, like if you have a snore that's a really heavy snore and then they quit snoring out of the blue, that doesn't mean that they don't have sleep apnea. That means that they likely had sleep apnea and it got worse because the tissue just got so aggravated that it blocked the airway, or is blocking the airway more. And I also learned that sleep apnea isn't necessarily snoring. You don't have to snore to have sleep apnea. There's a lot of other things that go with it. Sweating profusely in your sleep, feeling an over urge, like an overness, like overly tired during the day. Because like if you have sleep apnea, whenever you stop breathing, it'll wake you up, but you won't remember waking up. And so you just don't remember. Plus, you gotta think when you stop breathing, you lose a little bit of oxygen, which can damage the body over time. So it just kind of wears you out. It was crazy, some of the things I learned. And with kids, it's completely different. Kids have sleep apnea, can actually outgrow it at some point. It just really depends. Usually they say that obstructive sleep apnea in kids clears up with a tonsil and adenoid removal, but that's not always the case. And it's predominant in most kids between 8 and 10 years old. Or no, I'm sorry, from 2 to 8 years old is what I think they said. So yeah. They said we wouldn't get the results until we go back for his recheck in 2 weeks. So we'll see, because if he has it, we'll have to do another stay over to get for them to set him up on a CPAP machine and adjust the flow on it. So they send him home with the right one. With it set up the right way. So yep, we could learn some other things too, who knows. When I know when my dad went for something similar, they sent him home with like a home oxygen monitor, and he ended up on oxygen when he slept. And then I know I've got a sister-in-law that has sleep apnea, that says she has to do that every 6 months just as a precaution. So I know you can tell by looking at my eyes I'm not slept. Anyway, I hope everybody's had a good day. I'm gonna go home and go back to bed. But this was our journey overnight at Children's Sleep Study, or Children's Sleep Medicine, which is way out west in Knoxville. Nice facility. I mean, I think it's cool how they can use the clinic rooms for sleep study rooms as well. They don't need 2 different places. So hopefully that cuts down on the cost of having a sleep study done, because I know when I had mine done, they had the clinic rooms that they brought you into to talk to you, and then they have a different room that was set up like an apartment. And the night that I went, it took him forever to even come get me to start putting me in like getting me ready for bed because there was one person and several patients. So I feel like that we weren't watched like we should have been, and over there it seems like they pretty much have a tech per patient, which our tech's name was Waylon, which I thought was awesome, and I thought that's what he said when he called yesterday, and I asked him, I said, was you the one that, well, not yesterday, day before, so was you the one that called me and made sure I would be here? And he was like, probably. I said, I thought you said your name was Waylon, but I wasn't really sure. Then I laughed and told him about how me and Aiden love Waylon. But yeah, he does too. Anyway, that was it. So, overall, Aiden, what do you think? Is it bad?
What?
Your sleep study.
Wasn't bad. The channel we found was amazing. It had been.
We were watching, when we first got there and turned it on before they got him hooked up, we were watching, he turned it on first on the cooking channel, but we were watching Iron Man,
Yeah.
and then Transformers came on, but they said they would come across the speakers and say goodnight, which meant that I would have to turn off the TV because they have to watch them and listen for them, and with the TV on they can't do that. So when we got situated and Aiden laid down and it was dark and I could tell that he was asleep, which seemed within minutes because he was tired sitting there waiting to get hooked up anyway, I just turned the TV off and tried to go to sleep best I could. I don't even see why the TV would really matter if I turned it all the way down and turned the subtitles on, because it wasn't where...
It might have helped actually for the seasons.
Yeah, and it might actually help since their infrared camera wasn't working in that room, but the TV, the way that it's pointed in that room at least, I'm assuming that TV kind of adjusts where you need it, but it was pointed where I could lay on that bed and watch it, not him. So it's not like it would really keep him up, I don't guess, but I guess they are always about electronics being stimulations when you go to sleep and all this other stuff, so we'll see. Alright, so that's that. So any little ones or younger ones that have sleep studies that they gotta go through, it looks scary, but it's not anything that's gonna hurt you. Let them hook you up and let just sleep away and treat it like a sleepover. That's what we did. We packed bags full of snacks and drinks and stuff and blankets and pillows, and we had our own little pajama party at Children's Sleep Center. I love you guys. Bye.